Including this one last year, 22 beats the buzzer, drilling the three to walk it off against nationally ranked Indiana. Of course, the Hawkeyes would go on to win the Big Ten tournament last year and make it to the Final Four. The Hawkeyes would finish national runner-up in 2023 before falling this year to South Carolina.
Well, crossover at Kinnick kicked off an attendance-shattering record for these ladies. They sold out every game, both at home and away this season. But selling out Carver isn't impressive enough. Everywhere they went, crowds of young people followed, and while Kate and Clark got a lot of the attention, and rightfully so, it was a true team effort all season. If Clark was Superman, Kate Martin, her Batman. The Edwardsville product has strong ties right here in the Quad Cities, and recently they got even stronger.
Anybody want to raise their hand and read some of those words?
March Madness.
What do you think of it?
And Hawkeye hysteria.
Okay, there you go.
Has taken on an entirely new meaning at Andalusia Middle School.
Who knows the answer to the first question?
All thanks to Mrs. Martin.
Jalen?
I found out when she got the job, and I was kind of excited. I watch women's basketball because my teacher's daughter is on the team.
You see,
Gold.
The new 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Martin, is also the mom of Iowa basketball standout, Kate Martin.
Actually, when I got interviewed here, they didn't know that Kate was my daughter, and they wanted a fun fact. So I said, oh, Kate Martin's my daughter. And the reaction they gave me surprised me, because I didn't realize how excited people would be that she was my daughter.
The Quad City native moving back home from Edwardsville this season and back in the middle of Hawkeye country.
It's amazing. I mean, who would have thought little boys would be wearing girl jerseys? And back when I was a kid, you would have probably been teased for that. Today, you see them everywhere.
Her young students becoming students of the game as well.
When she comes back, we just talk about how good the game went and stuff that happened to Kate.
The kids all come and tell me, oh, I watched the game last night, I saw you on TV, and they love it. And they talk about all the exciting things that she did on the court during a game.
And all this March Madness has the Martins on the move.
You know, I've been gone for a couple days.
At United Township High School, Mr. Martin is back teaching driver's ed.
You'll get 3 attempts at behind the wheel.
Back from Albany with his sights set on Cleveland very soon.
Winning's hard, right? And there's a lot that comes with it, and there's a lot of sacrifice, but we're making it work, and it's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Matt Martin is a first-year teacher and coach with the Panthers.
But that's because you practice it.
With a lot of people just now realizing he's Kate Martin's dad as well.
If they bring it up, I will talk with them about it. I had students say, my mom and I watch every game. My mom was stressed and this, and so it's a fun conversation.
And it should come as no surprise, the glue of the Iowa women's basketball team has a pair of teachers to learn from.
She fixes things. The glue is maybe the fixer, right? And she's willing to provide what the team needs at the time. Being educators and coaches in our family, she's been surrounded by it, a certain mindset. No excuses.
I'm not surprised that she does that. She's always been unique and kind, and not afraid to speak up.
Proud parents watching their baby girl succeed on the college hardwood while helping take women's basketball to an entirely new level.
I hope they see it's bigger than just basketball. It's not just the winning. It's how they conduct themselves. It's the kind of people they are on and off the court.
I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe on the other side of this, I will let it all soak in and it will hit me. But right now, I just focus on being her mom and watching basketball like I always have with her.
What a great family. And Kate already giving back here in the Quad City area, doing several camps and appearances throughout the summer. Plus, you can see plenty of her commercials airing right here in the Quad Cities as well. Kate hopes to someday be a coach when her playing career is over. Boy, Cuff, she's had a great role model so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And no doubt better than her head coach, Lisa Bluder, who continues to prove she is one of the best in the country and one of the best ever to coach. Earlier this year, Bluder won her 500th career Big Ten game, as there were 700 at the D1 level. She has taken the Hawkeyes to a pair of Final Fours and is the all-time winningest Big Ten coach in history. But Bluder got her start right here in the Quad Cities as head coach of the Queen Bees. She was the head coach at St. Ambrose from 1984 to 1990, leading Ambrose to a pair of Final Fours as well. Let's flash back as former longtime QC sports writer Steve Tappa has more on Bluder from her days on Locust Street.
In less than 5 years, Lisa Bluder has become the all-time winningest women's basketball coach at St. Ambrose with 130 career wins against 34 defeats. She has been named the District 15 Coach of the Year the past 2 years. Bluder's Queen Bees have won 3 consecutive district titles and have made 2 straight appearances in the NAIA National Tournament. But success hasn't spoiled Bluder. She would prefer that her players get the publicity.
You know, I don't care how good a coach you are. If you don't have good athletes, you're not going to win. And you can be a terrible coach if you have good athletes. You're still going to win games. It's nice, you know, that people recognize your accomplishments, but you know, any recognition I get, they deserve much more than I do.
Bluder is unlike many coaches because she is able to get close to her players. She thinks because she is just 27 years old, she is better able to relate to her girls.
It's not that long ago that I went through the same things they're going through. I mean, I remember going through bad practices, and I remember finals week and how bad practicing during that time was, or having 2 tests and staying up all night. I mean, I can remember those same things, and I think a lot of coaches tend to forget that their players are going through things off the court and just talk X's and O's, and I think that's tough.
Bluder's been able to keep the perspective of a college student because she is still a student herself. She's working on her master's in sports management at the SAU Grad Center. Add to that her duties as an administrator in the athletic department, and you wonder how she could still find time for her husband, Dave.
He's always backseat to basketball games, or a high school recruit. If she's in town, I'm spending my time with her, not him. And he understands that during basketball season, he takes second place.
She hopes to be a Division I coach someday, but for right now, Lisa Bluder is content being a busy bee. Next week, we'll take a look at men's coach Ray Shovlin. Steve Tappa, TV 11 Dateline.
Ray Shovlin's still there coaching. It's
He's
amazing.
still doing good stuff.
Huge thanks to our friends over at SAU TV 11 for that great look back at some amazing years at Ambrose. One last break. Up next, we'll put this run into perspective.
That's right. The Hawkeye Report's Tom Kakert is live on where this team ranks among the Iowa greats. You're watching A Lasting Legacy on WQAD.